This lioness is dragging more than 150 kilograms of prey, completely alone. What happened just a few hours before this moment changed the fate of an entire land pride and the wildebeest herd. Most people will never witness something like this in their lifetime. I did, 16 years ago. Today, I'm taking you back to one of those most unforgettable mornings of my life in Masai Mara, Kenya. If you have been following this channel, you already know that the Masai Mara is my happy place. I lived in Kenya for 4 incredible years, and every single year, no matter how busy life became, I made sure I returned to this Mara. There is something magical about this place. The golden sunrise over the endless savanna, the cool morning breeze, the distant roar of lions, the powerful trumpeting of elephants, the beautiful songs of countless birds, and above all, the warmth and kindness of the Masai people. I've traveled to many beautiful places, but the Masai Mara has always had a special place in my heart. Every visit feels like coming home. Recently, while searching through an old hard drive, I discovered a forgotten folder from 2010. Inside were hundreds of photographs and a couple of short videos captured during one of the most unforgettable wildlife encounters of my life. The moment I opened those files, I was transported back in time. Those memories deserve to be shared. That is why this video exists. Before we continue, I should mention something important. This documentary contains real scenes of a lion kill. Nothing has been staged, nothing has been recreated. This is nature exactly as it has happened. Some viewers may find these scenes difficult to watch. Viewer discretion is advised. But remember, this is not a story about cruelty. It is a story about survival. This happened on the second day of our safari. Our guide was David. Even after all these years, I still remember him. He wasn't just a safari driver. He was a wildlife expert who understood animal behavior better than anyone I had met. He always knew where to position the vehicle so photographers could capture incredible moments without disturbing the animals. That morning, David suddenly slowed the vehicle. He looked into the distance for a few seconds and quietly smiled. Without saying much, he carefully drove toward a nearby group of bushes. Within minutes, we found ourselves looking at a lioness standing beside the remains of a wild beast. The blood was still fresh. David quietly explained that the hunt had most likely taken place late the previous night or during the early hours of that morning. Although we had missed the actual hunt, what happened next became one of the most memorable wildlife moments I have ever witnessed. Many people believe the male lion does all the hunting. In reality, it is usually the lioness who work together to hunt for the pride. They are incredibly patient, highly coordinated, and remarkably efficient. The males have a different responsibility. They defend the territory, they protect the cubs, and they keep rival males away from the pride. David also shared something many people don't know. Among all the big cats, lions are unique because the males actively protect and care for their cubs. Listening to those stories while standing only a short distance away from one of the nature's greatest predators made the experience even more fascinating. Then, without warning, the lioness stood up. She gripped the wildebeest firmly with her jaws and began dragging it away. An adult wildebeest can weigh well over 150 kilograms. Yet she pulled it across the grassland with astonishing ease. Every few meters she stopped. She looked carefully to her left, then to her right, not because she was afraid, but because she knew others were watching. Hyenas, jackals and vultures. In Africa, making a successful kill is only half the battle. Protecting it from scavengers is just as important. The lioness wasn't simply carrying food, she was carrying the future of a family. Every kilogram of meat she managed to protect meant another meal for hungry cubs waiting nearby. Watching her that morning completely changed the way I looked at lions. Until then I believed strength meant power. The Masai Mara taught me something different. Strength is patience, is responsibility, and strength is endurance too. The lioness had already completed the hardest part. Now she still had to protect what she had earned. Every moment was deliberate. Every pause had a purpose. Every glance around her was driven by instinct developed over thousands of years. Nothing in nature happens by accident. Everything has a purpose. Every living creature has a role to play. Without predators, herbivores would overpopulate. Without prey, predators could not survive. Life depends on death, and death gives life to many others. Looking back after 16 years, these photographs and videos have become much more than memories. They are reminders of how extraordinary, powerful, and perfectly balanced our natural wildlife really is. They are the reminders of how extraordinary, powerful, and perfectly balanced our natural world really is. I hope this journey has allowed you to experience at least a small part of what I was fortunate enough to witness that unforgettable morning in Masai Mara. If you enjoyed this journey, please support the channel by liking this video, sharing it with fellow wildlife lovers, and subscribing for more authentic adventures from around the world. I would also love to hear from you. Would you be able to witness something like this in person, or would it be too emotional? Let me know that in the comments, please. Until our next adventure, stay curious, stay connected with nature, and never stop exploring the wild. Thank you.